Hey, what's up, guys? Elliptical here. This is a YouTube thumbnail visualizer that I wanted to showcase today that I've made in Python. Basically, it retrieves the top YouTube thumbnails using the YouTube API and it visualizes them on a bubble chart after doing some data analysis on them, that is. The bigger the bubble, the more views. And if you want to see the thumbnail, you just have to hover your mouse over it.
You can run this on your web browser right now, actually, if you just open up the Google Colab notebook, because I've programmed it on that. A little bit of story as to why I made this is because I was watching YouTubers like Mr. Beast and Ali Abdal giving advice to new YouTubers.
Your title and thumbnail set expectations.
If people don't click, they don't watch. So you want to give them something to click.
That the YouTube thumbnail title game is actually, an actually important game that you have to play, and it will be helpful if you can find top trending videos, if you can learn from the best, most viewed videos, and understand what's happening psychologically, what are they doing with their colors and stuff like that. How to basically make a video that someone will actually click on. And this tool, I guess, at best, it could probably be a mood board that can help you to come up with a new idea
That would be based off of the most recent trends, off of the top YouTube videos, the most viewed stuff, the stuff people most likely will click on.
You can sort of see that the data analysis algorithm sort of works that I used here. So you can see how these two NBA videos have a similar format. I don't think that my algorithm should really work though. It's a video I've made before about it. It's called multidimensional scaling, but on images you'll probably have to use a special metric for it, which I just used normal metric, the Euclidean distance, and it's done an okay job, to be honest. I think there's definitely going to be a better algorithm though for this. If you know what that would be, please do comment that. But you can see how different uh, these thumbnails are, and it's not really clustering them together well, but you can sort of see how there's sort of gaming videos related, some lifestyle type videos, some music videos, and overall, I think this would be definitely useful. Let me first give a quick rundown of how to run this on the Google Colab Notebook, because there are some requirements. You will need an API key from, I guess, uh, console cloud Google, I think. So in order to make an API key for YouTube, you sort of have to just start a project, I think. So what you have to do is go over to the APIs and services and just click on that, I suppose. It's gonna take you to this page. You can probably start a new project over here. So new project, name it anything you want. I usually like to, keep the year. That's usually a good naming convention to know which year you are on. Next, you're going to want to enable the API service on this for YouTube data. So go over to plus, enable API services, type in YouTube data API v3, I think. Yep, this one. Then you're going to have to enable this. Clicking on that, enable, and this will take you to a page that says, that should have the create credentials up here somewhere. Oh, there we go. So there's the create credentials. This will take us to the credentials we have, and it will generate our API key. Um, an API key basically allows you to get data from YouTube services, and it'll format that in a JSON file, I think, and it's so that basically the server on Google doesn't get overrun. We're going to take the public data version because we don't really need user data, as in like of our own account. it will basically just be public data that is accessible by YouTube anyway. Hit next on that. This will generate the key. It should be noted that there's like a sort of quota limit on the API key, but we have way too many credits for it to matter. It's like 10,000 per day, and one search costs like 1 credit, I think. So we're gonna copy this, click done, go over to our collab book, paste it in here, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Now we're ready to run the cells. Okay. By the way, another thing, I'm just gonna show you how to enable dark mode real quick. Okay, there. Boom. Okay. Settings. Just hit the thing. Hit the buttons that I just hit. We have this cell will basically just install the packages onto the Google Cloud computer. This cell, which you put your API key in, I already ran it, but this one will basically just put the API key in a variable. The next two cells is just all functions that I use to make this a streamlined process, I suppose. This function is quite important. It's the get underscore data function. It takes an API key, the number of videos you want to have displayed, the region you want it to, the region code is the last argument here. So you can have it uh, as something like the US if you're in the United States of America. If you're in UK, it will be GB. The region code should be, I think, an ISO code, which is, I think, just a two letters that represent each country. There's probably a table of it on Wikipedia. ISO codes, country codes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So whatever country you're in, it'll be here. And these functions just sort of pre-process the data. And then what I do is I get the data, put them into like variables as columns because I'm very lazy at this. Okay, I literally hard coded this, and then I'll download the thumbnails from the URLs onto the actual computer itself. So because it's on the cloud, if I just run this cell, you'll see that in this folder, you can see it'll get all the images. If you're using this on your real computer, you'll probably have to delete those images. So just be ready for that. Next, I'm just going to do multidimensional scaling on this. MDS is short for multidimensional scaling. What this is I've basically made a video on this for summer maths, but it's not actually the best or really very useful in our situation for analyzing the data, but it does make it look, I guess, somewhat pretty. What I actually think it's doing is just like finding one pixel on the images that has the most variance and then just projecting that onto the x-axis, and then the second most variant pixel and then projecting that on the y-axis. That's most likely what it's doing. The next cell is quite a big one, but this one will basically run the full app that allows you to see over here. So if I run it over here, it because I have it in line mode, it'll run a web page here in the actual notebook itself here. There we go. So you can see it's interactive as well. So when you hover over stuff, you can get the thumbnails of the actual videos themselves. If I didn't have that, then it would be kind of, I guess, messy. It's already pretty messy, as you can see, with like a lot of clustering. So if you imagine like 100 data points, this would be all over the place. Everything would just be sort of cluttering. So I think the hovering feature is probably the best way to handle this. I can't really find like Dash doesn't really have much abilities for what I wanted, but so I sort of had to do what I could. I would eventually want like each of these each of these images, each of these plot points to be images themselves. That would be pretty nice if I knew how to do that. So this is actually probably the worst way I could have done this right now, but it's still it's just a project that I made, so it's not gonna be amazing code. I do hope if you do know how to make this better, please let me know. Please do contact me somehow via email, via the comment section, or maybe even on Discord. I do have a Discord server, I guess. But yeah, it is what it is. As you can see, the algorithm doesn't really cluster them very well. I mean, I guess you have like a gaming video here and then a music video here, so it's not really sorting them much by topic. Um, I do see a lot of football videos though together. Maybe help you. I think one thing I could probably add is, I suppose, like topic based scaling. So if you have, supposedly like a niche of like maybe you're a Minecraft gamer, then channel, then you can have all Minecraft videos, and you can see this like all the different types of videos Minecraft YouTubers are putting out, and it will sort of make a network of them and compare the thumbnails. So I'm not sure how would add that though. It's probably going to be in the search function. Anyway, thanks for watching.